Rising. Yeah, it's 9:59. OMG, 2025. So good to be alive. I don't know who is out there. And as always, I am not going to be on the main page because I got to get started. OMG. Oh my God, there's so much going on. I've been away so long, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Um, is anybody out there? Hello, hello. Okay, let's get started. Oh my goodness, there's so much going on. Okay, calm down. Where do I start? Yes, I am back. My name is Trudeeart, and let me get to the universal greeting. Geez, what a way to jump into a show. I was kind of just like jump in here and okay, let's get started. Beijing, ni hao. London, hello, top of the morning to you, London. Oh yes. I am going to break out a little bit of a British accent this morning, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But I got to finish this universal greeting. Oh my gosh, Los Angeles, hey. Yeah, Los Angeles, hey. Oh, I won't even get started. You guys got a lot of stuff going on, eh? Yeah, you know what's going on over there. Paris, bonjour, Paris. Lisbon, hola. Listen, Lisbon, I got to get it correct. I sometimes, matter of fact, I always listen to these spaces once they go on the Bitcoin universe. That's right. Do yourself a solid and head over to the Bitcoin universe over on the YouTube there. Make sure you're a subscriber. I go and listen. And let me tell you, I have mentioned this Lisbon conference that's coming up, and it's actually starting on June 4th. Okay. That'll go from June 4th to 6th. And I got some major special announcements, some great things that are going to happen at Lisbon because the founder of Stamp, Miguel, is going to be talking there. But let me get through this greeting, okay? Hong Kong, hello, Hong Kong. That's right. In Sweden, they say, hey, H-E-J. That's all they say. Okay, Toronto, listen up. They say, good day, A. Good day, A. If you go to Canada, you say, hey, what's up, A? And they'll say, oh, nothing much, A. Yeah, it's just a AA. Sorry, Canada. I just want to have some fun. Okay, whatever. Tokyo, konnichiwa, Turkey, merhaba. That rhymes. Haha, that rhymes. Listen, my name is Trudeeart. Oh my goodness, so excited this morning. So excited this morning because you know it's SWA, baby. But before we get to SWA, we're going to take care of some stuff with the universe. Yeah, the universe. Okay, universe, what is going on here? First of all, let's tell you what the universe is. This is the universe wallet. Like I'm on here. I'm not the wallet. I'm Trudeeart. I'm going to tell you about it. This is the universe wallet. It's an indexer. It's an explorer. It's a marketplace and inscribing, plus the leader board tracker for the dot swap runes trading and copy trading bot. What a mouthful, right? All on bitcoinuniverse.io. Unleashing Bitcoin's full potential, because Bitcoin has so much potential, making the universe wallet your all-in-one solution to manage all your assets in one place. My goodness, this is like expanding this list. Like seriously, okay, you got full support for atomicals. BRC20 and some big news for BRC20. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about it, okay? Calm down, whoever you are. Dust 20, TAP, DMT, UNAT, Runes, LRC20, Lambda. List is expanding. Oh my God, OP20. Alkanes, yeah, alkanes. SRC20, Stamp. Okay, so what more is going on here? Oh my God. Like, this is a Stamp day. This is SWA. But I gotta just say some stuff here because there's so much stuff happening. It's just like, okay. OP20 transfers and trading are coming. You guys know that. The community has officially reached a consensus on the OP20 transfer standard. You can now view the real-time Mara rate while minting OP20 tokens. Knock your socks off, okay? Go for it. There's just so much going on at the universe, okay? If you go right now, right now, over to bitcoinuniverse.io, head over to Index. You're going to be able to mint these OP20 tokens. Oink, last I checked, is that minted out? Last it was like 13% minted. Transfers on the way. Trading is coming soon. Oh my goodness, there's just so much happening, like I said. But I want to get to the stamp stuff. Yes, I'm going to get there. And I'm very excited because, boy, I have a guest today. I'm going to see if the guest has arrived. But I have a guest today. I am so excited to talk to this guest. But I got to do some housekeeping here. Okay? And I do it right at the top of the show because I don't even know if anybody's here, to be quite honest with you. I'll get back and see who's out there in just a second. I want to make sure the guest is here because, like I said, I'm so excited to talk to the guest. But just let me get this housekeeping out of the way. Okay, so I talked about the OP20, blah, blah, blah. Okay, OP0 OG Pass can be used also on the Universal BRC20. All holders of OP0 will be able to free mint and trade Universal BRC20 after an interface build. Knock your socks off, okay? Knock your socks off. Go for it. Big news. Oh my God. Honestly, this big news. It sounds like a freaking circus, but it's good. It's all good. I'm playing, okay? I like to play. Big news. OP20 transfers are now live. Woo! They're live. To list your tokens for sale, simply transfer them to your own address. This will bind the tokens to UTXO in your wallet. Okay? This is happening on the Bitcoin universe. Listen, so much is going on the Bitcoin universe that the site actually crashed the other day because there are people just coming on in here and it's getting really crowded. But I'm going to calm it down because you know what? It's a stamp day. That's right. So I got 3 questions for you. Okay. Well, typically I ask, the normal questions. Do you have your water ready? Hope you do. Do you have a blood pressure monitor? Hope you do. What have you done for yourself lately? Mirror check. But I asked some new ones now. Have you opened a Universe wallet yet? Yeah. Have you opened a Universe wallet yet? Hey, go to bitcoinuniverse.io, open your wallet. Have you named your wallet? Yes, you have to. You name your car. You know you do. You name everything. So name your wallet. Why would you want to do that? Because you can chat to the Bitcoin Universe family. That's right. Everybody on the universe that has a Universe wallet that names their wallet, we can chat to one another. We might be on the marketplace and we might have listed a stamp or something and you can reach out. Yeah, you can reach out and touch someone. You can reach out and talk to someone if they've got their name on their wallet. Yes, I'm going to get to the introduction of our guest in just 1 second. Now, have you dived into the wallet and checked out the marketplace and the tools? Please do. Please do. Okay, check this out. Light in body, crisp, refreshing, gently carbonated, mild sweetness, smooth, citrusy. Not bad at all. No bitterness. Very easy. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I'm talking about my, yes, favorite beer. Yeah, favorite beer. Yes, I'll repeat it again. Light in body, crisp, refreshing, gently carbonated, mild sweetness, smooth, citrusy. Not at all. No bitterness. Very easy lager. That would be Kronenberg 1664, a golden pale lager with ABV of 5.5%. What an interesting way to get started. Our guest today is Simon. And let me just see if Simon is out there. I'm going to go back on the main page because I have so many things that I have to say, but I jump off the main page. And my goodness, Where am I? Is Simon out there? Oh,
Of course I am.
I think he is out there. Hey, listen, I always ask guests to give me 3 words to describe themselves. And Simon is so modest. Oh my God, he's so modest. He's like, I can't describe myself. I said, please, I beg of thee. Sunshine, music, and art. Simon, you are out there. Please.
Hello.
Oh my God. Simon, I love thee. I love thee. We're going to have a conversation right now. Come on.
How are you?
Well, wacky. I don't know if you heard me. I just spent 10 minutes in cray sauce, but now that you're here, sir, I am just going to luxuriate in your words. Thank you so much for being here. And how are you?
Pleasure's all mine. It's lovely to be here. Thanks to those that are tuning in. Yeah, I wish I was as lively as you are in the mornings. That's
lively.
Quite a thing.
I just had the Cronenberg 1664, sir. I just did a did you like my adjectives that I used for that? Like,
Yeah, that was pretty good. For the last time we spoke, I was in a club, like a members club, just in the garden, and it had been a really hot day. And yeah, you got me on a relaxed one. I don't normally like coming on and talking, but I'll do what I can, and I'll answer any questions, and I'll just pretend it's not really a chat, and then I'll be all right. But yeah, it's all good, all good. I've been out in the sun today doing some gardening, and it's been a nice day again today. Haven't had a Cronenberg yet, unfortunately, but I'm sure that will come after this chat.
Oh my God, that's so good. That's so good. So members only club, eh?
Well, no, nothing like that. It's just one of those social club type, kind of working man's club. I don't know why they let me in. I've never had a job, but you know, it's a nice place to go, and they've got the quite a few elderly people that play those. You know, those green bowls, kind of like the French version. I think it's called balls or something in France. But there's like a jack ball, and you have to roll these balls up to get close to the jack ball at the other end of the green. And it's just a nice place. It's in the Surrey Hills, and yeah, nice place to go. So that's where I frequent a lot of my evenings. And it's well, it's just gone 6 p.m. here, so it's almost evening now. The sun's still out, still quite warm, and looking forward to my chat.
Well, I am looking forward to the chat too. Hey, listen, okay, yeah, we're here to talk about art, but guess what? I want to know about you, sir. Why? Because you are the art. And I mean, there's a lot of things that I can say about you, but I want to hear from you. Tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? That's what we want to know. Now, hey, if that's too broad, I can narrow in, but who is Simon?
No, I narrow it down into decades, really. 80s DJ, 90s DJ, towards the end of the 90s DJ. Started doing my pilot's license. I was nightclub DJ, by the way, and some other things I was doing, presenting shows and warm-up comedian at the BBC for some of the shows and things like that. So the fact that I'm shy now, I've no idea, because I've done some really quite out there things in the past. Yeah, and then after the 90s, my son was born. His mum was around, but I pretty much brought him up most of the time on my own. And since, when was that? He's 22 now, so he's bought himself a house. He's not with me anymore. Well, he's still around, but we don't live together anymore. He's bought himself a house, and he's doing really well. He works in crypto, by the way. And I'm just doing art now. I've pretty much let me think. So I guess back in the day, I used to make some posters and things, but I'm not an artist. So when you have artists on like Sasha and and Lou and Breeze and other people that can really paint. I'm not really that person, but I've always used Photoshop and apps and whatever. I'm really mastering the AI over the last 4 years, and I'm just not happy unless I'm making something. Most of the time, I just make things for nothing and give them away, or uh, it's just what I do. I just love making art, and I'm not very good at talking, so maybe you should.
Hey, listen to this, because you said you're a DJ, so I'm like, oh my god, this is fascinating. So tell me where this is coming from. Open up your mind and let me step inside. Rest your
Oh,
weary.
a school friend of mine and we found a mobile disco for sale back in the day, and it had a few bookings with a diary. So it was like, you've got a year's of bookings of weddings and parties and this and that. So my friend and I, we got a loan and we bought this mobile disco. And then it was only then we realized, actually, we're not DJs. So we had to really master it. And so I used to go along and carry some other DJs' records in and get in and get a gig if they went sick or something. And in the end, it became my career. But as I've got older, I don't really enjoy it as much anymore. So that was my creativity, I guess, for 30 odd years. And now I just love making art, but only if I can do it with AI and different programs and Photoshop. But I would like to. I mean, I've done some pixel art where I've drawn things, but that's not really art. But I have fun and I don't take anything seriously. So I was trying to think. I've made about 1 million images over the last 3 years, and I've got images on hard drives, and um, all my devices are all slowing down. I've got too many pictures on them, so I'll need to sort out what I want to keep. And I've got my earliest AI things I did, collections, and I don't know. I just made so many things. I wouldn't even know where to start. But yeah, with my DJ, uh, I, I ended up turning into a bit of a singer because I went from DJing in clubs to running a karaoke for about 20 years. When I wasn't DJing, I was doing karaoke nights. So I had to learn to sing. That was another thing I didn't realize. That when karaoke first came out in this country in about 1990, nobody had really heard of it. And some of the bars still had pianos in them where somebody would come in and play the piano, or so it wasn't really a known thing. But I actually found out I could sing, so that was quite good. And in between all that, I was doing photography. So I forgot I did photography for a big company back in the days. That was for about 5 years, and so kind of the art thing led on from photography and Photoshop and this and that. And at the moment, I'm just doing animating, which I'm really enjoying. But I suppose we'll get to that once we start talking about art and cards that I've made or whatever. I'm not sure of the order. You just ask me, and I'll try and come back with something that people might want to hear.
Well, I mean, I want to hear it all. Like, I'm like, I think that you're like modest, okay? Because it's like, oh yeah, no, I was a DJ, and oh yes, I did photography. Yes, I was a comedian.
Well, not a comedian, but you get these people that come on and they have to warm up the audience. And so I was a presenter for a while, and I presented some shows and some things that were televised, and it was just another gig for me. And I thought, why do I take these? I hate doing it. I get so nervous. And but,
Why do you take them? Why do you take
oh,
them?
glutton for punishment, I think, or excuse me, the challenge, I guess. Just like, why would I turn that down? Money. And it's something different. I've never really had a job, so I tend to do only things that I want to do, but I tend to choose the things that most people wouldn't do. So I don't know. It's just me. I don't know myself. So
Okay, so literally, I'm asking the question, who are you? So literally throughout your whole life, you've just kind of done things that you love, and that's been your occupation, is to do what you love, it sounds like.
But it's just I never make a plan. So about when I first we when you said, "Oh, would you like to come on?" I thought, "Yeah, great, I'd love to." And then I thought, right, I better start planning it. But that all went out the window. I thought, no, I'll busk it. That's the best way. So, and I've got a couple of little notes, but only of cards when I made them and things like that. But yeah, it doesn't work if you write something down, because then it sounds like you're just reading off a script, and that's not very real. So
Well, and this is not necessarily an interview. It's a conversation, because I mean, yes, we're working our way towards the stamp, towards the crypto, but the exciting part is who you are, right? And when I asked you for the three words, you were like so modest and reluctant, and you're like, oh no, 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 no. But the more that I'm getting to know you, it's like, wow, like there's just so much of your life that it's hard to describe yourself in three words, because you're always evolving.
yeah, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of goes in 10-year cycles and or something like that. I'm not sure if it's the same for everyone, but I have ADHD as well, and I don't have any superpowers, but I just get bored so easily, so I have to be doing something else. And normally, when I've woke up in the morning, I've worked on 100 images within 2 hours, and sometimes I look back and think, wow, I didn't even realize I'd done that. And I make different art of different people, of celebrities, of friends, family, people in this group. Um, I've actually started to make a little file of you, Annie, from your Twitter. Um,
Of me.
yeah, I've made some pictures of you and things of you. I will share them at some point. Probably not. Probably not right now, because I haven't got all my devices with me. But yeah, I made a little Telegram channel of D Marie and Trudy, or D, whichever you prefer. And I've been adding some images to that I've just made of you, and animated some, and it just gives me something to do, because I like to be doing something all the time. So
Oh
otherwise
my.
otherwise I'll catch up with myself.
Okay. Wow. That is very interesting. That is
But
very
it's just
interesting.
something I've always done, and people, well, why would you make images of me? And I think, well, just I'm practicing, and I know what you look like. So if I use your face, I can tell how my AI is coming on, uh, how good it is, and how I don't know. It's just something I do.
Well, you know what, and you talked about doing animation. Is there plans to animate these figures? Are you going to be like animating them? Like, what are your plans for that?
You know what? I can never finish a project. I've got things going back 6 years that I started, and they're still, well, I've still got the domain name, and I started this, and there's comics I want to do, and then I've made some of the scenes, and then I go on to something else. So this week it's just been about animating other people's artworks, and I've been animating some of the rare Pepe cards and other things for the Skrilla, and um, just learning the animation and trying to get it to look nice, so that it's presentable, and then maybe somebody will use these as sub assets at some point if they sell all the still images of their art. But just gives me something to do, and it's a new skill. And so I didn't. I was never an artist, but I started to make art for people that I'd met in the crypto space. So I used to make a lot of art for Max Kaiser and Stacy, and they liked it. And I know I've met them anyway. I know them, but I thought, well, I'll do some things for you, because it gave me something to do, and then people liked what I was doing. So then I thought, well, maybe I should turn these into NFTs. Some of these actually. And but I've always missed the boat when all the money comes in. So um, which doesn't bother me a great deal, but I just really just like to make something. It's just something I like to do. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that in this chat, but
No, no, no,
um,
no. That's great. So you've made. We don't want to get too much into it. You've made art for the Kaisers, Max
well,
and Stacy.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was in a project with them years ago, and they're still friends of mine, and I've met them on many occasions and had
And
lunch
they
with them.
and they don't like I'm pretty certain that he's not a big fan of ordinals, and so I imagine he wouldn't be a fan of Stamp. I recall that he was a
Yeah, he
little
doesn't
bit
like any
alarmed.
shitcoinery, and he's a Bitcoin maxi. But no, I make things for him. If he's going to a conference, I'll make an artwork of him, and he will tweet it out, and that's all for Twitter. Um, I don't I don't well, I'm making an NFT of him actually, but that's another one I've never finished.
Okay,
But yeah,
wow.
I've been in the space for so long. I think my first tweet about Bitcoin was in 2012. Um, so I've known about it for a while. I'm probably the longest person in Bitcoin who's not made any money out of it yet, which
But
which
but
shows my devotion.
but you're loving it. But you're loving it. Okay, so what? Okay, so walk me into because I wanna kind of create a construct of the art meeting Bitcoin moving into Stamp. How did that come about?
Well, you can't mention stamps, or you wouldn't have stamps, I don't think, without Counterparty. And um, I got into Counterparty. Well, it goes back to probably 2013. I decided to homeschool my son, and we used to sit and watch the World Crypto Network. We've actually been guests on there, actually, when we were building all the full nodes on the Raspberry Pi machines. I think that was in 2015 ish. I think I started mining Bitcoin in 2015 as well. So I was homeschooling my son. I wanted him to learn computer studies or just how to build a website, but just basic stuff that he wasn't learning much in school. He was quite intelligent, a bit on the scale, but very easy to be around. He'd been around adults, come to loads of gigs with me. He just learned to sing, and he's just very confident in his own way. So with the homeschooling, we were working on the full node projects. Then we were on the World Crypto Network, and that's where we met Mad Bitcoins, Theo Goodman, uh, so many other people. I just can't name check everyone, but so me and my son made some of the rare Pepe assets going back to, I think it was 2016. We registered a load of tokens on XCP in 2015, registered about 60 different names, I think. And most of the good ones were gone. I wanted to make Pepe Le Few, the skunk um, Pepe,
Oh,
because I love weed. Um, and that was gone. And then I thought I would do a Max Kaiser one because I've always watched the Max Kaiser report since its inception, really, and watched every episode. So kind of learned a lot about Bitcoin from that. And so yeah, so we made, I think we made three or four early um, counterparty assets, which you're probably going to want to know what they are. Um, we did the Pepe the Frog, which was tribute to Matt Fury, who was the cartoonist that made the Pepe the Frog comic book. And we made the Stacey Herbert Pepe. We made the Security Pepe, which was John McAfee Pepe. And we've made quite a few others, and I've made loads since then on my own. But that was all credited to my son because I was pushing him forward really in the crypto space, and he was a guest on the Kaiser Report actually in 2017 or 18. And so yeah, my son just brokers a lot of high end NFTs now. He's doing really well. He doesn't make so much art these days, but I think I make enough to cover for what he's not doing anyway. But yeah, I'm on a really old phone, and I don't know if hopefully I'm still live.
oh
You can
yeah,
still hear
no,
me, okay?
no. Part of this is that I listen because I want to learn, so I'm listening. And you were just saying that wow, what a journey. You have been making this art with your son and meeting all these people. And you said, Counterparty is a big part of it. So continue on.
Yeah, so yeah, Counterparty, it just it was just I mean, people would give you 500,000 Pepe cash or something. Whoever the early people, it was just, hey, this is fun. And you'd go on a chat and you're like, hey, who wants one of these? Or who wants one of these? Um, December of 2018. I got to be saying, I did have a few problems, not anything bad, but just sometimes things go bad, and I got in a bit of trouble, and so 2016 was a bit of it kind of turned everything upside down, but it all turned out okay in the end, and so certain things I wasn't going to talk about, but so yeah, 2018, I thought, oh, I need to start buying. Towards the end of 2018, I almost bought 10 um, of the Pepe, the main card, um, the Nakamoto Pepe goes for about 150 grand now. I almost bought 10 of them for $50, and that's one thing I wished I'd, because if you go on the website of Pepe WTF, you can look at the previous sales, and people were pretty much giving them away. Oh, give me a pound, So that was the whole spirit of Counterparty, was just, not interested in money really, but we just share everything out, and it it was like that. Um, but then loads of other things came around, and I kind of got involved in them as well, making art for different other things other than it was still Counterparty, but things like fake rares and um, all these other groups that come along. And I've made cards for pretty much everyone. So I kind of forget how many things I've made, but I've got multiple wallets with different things on that I forget I've done. But like I said to you earlier, I just never actually finish anything, which is a bad thing. But that's I like to procrastinate, but always busy, but just never finishing any one thing. So it takes a lot for me to sit down and actually finish something. But yeah, that's something I'm working on. And it needs to have a bit more discipline. But having had one of those lives where I've never made any plans, I've kind of just followed my instincts, and this happens, that happens, and I just work my way through it. So so yeah, so Counterparty, and then obviously stamps came around. I've actually only made 3 stamps, which is strange because I, it always came at the time when I've got not much money around me. So I've only made 3 stamps, which is people would have thought I'd have done a load more, but what I've done, I've made a load of the Kevin artworks, the stamp artworks, all the things that you see when you go on the stamp group in Telegram, any like a GIF or anything. I've made literally, well, too many, too many, probably over 100 or more. And I've made some music on stamps. I think I made the Kevin, I See Kevin Everywhere song, and I've made 2 or 3 stamp songs. Some of the songs I've added to some of my because I made some of the stamp artwork I did. I thought, I might as well make these a Counterparty asset because I've got some XCP and I might as well use it up. So I made some sub assets and some assets, and um, I'll have to give you my address, and you could have a look on tokenscan.io or ninja.xcp.
I already have them up. I I'm ahead of you. I'm looking at them right now. I didn't want to stop you, but I just want to share with everyone. Hey, there's a couple of spaces that I went to find Simon's art. The first place I went to was NSI Directory, and then I went into index number 2, and I scrolled down and I saw this really fascinating stamp number 771859. This stamp is so cool because it is the hyperspace and it was, I think you made a mention here. This was the, is it a Dali-inspired Pepe art?
Yeah, it's kind of Salvador Dali. Yeah, it's just a picture I made. I took an image of um, Pepe the Frog, but it was a image that I'd worked on and changed it a bit, and then I ran it through a couple of AI programs and another couple of programs, and then I found something I quite liked, and then no, I don't like it, and then I remixed it again, and so I've got about 50 similar to that, and I might stamp a few more of them, but that cost me about $300, and as I say, I haven't even got a job, so it's really hard for me to find that sort of money. And I don't sell much of my stuff. That's the problem. I know I have got a few dispensers open some um, for some cards, but I put them up quite a while ago, and Bitcoin's gone up 3 times since then. So it makes my dispensers look a bit more expensive, whereas they were $20 maybe back when I listed them. They're like, oh, they're $70 now. Oh, well, that looks like a lot of money just for But I don't make big issues of mine. They're normally 21 editions or something like that. Um, but yeah, that's that. I made a mistake as well when I paid the fees. I ended up paying the maximum fees you could, so it's about $90 to stamp that on top of the $300 to stamp it. The actual transaction fee, I made a mistake. I ended up spending another $90 just to put it through. But hey, that's me. Always rushing and pushing buttons.
No, this one is a pretty cool one. Again, this is stamp 771859, and like I said, I went to the NSI directory.com, index number 2, and then from there I also went to stampverse.io, and on stampverse.io I see all of your different stamps that you've made, and it's also on Stamp Ninja. I did notice that when I searched, your name didn't come up, but your address came up. So, which is very interesting
Which was
because,
the address, if you don't mind me asking? Because I've only made stamps on. I had to get a counter wallet to do the original stamp, so I've got stamp 555 is my stamp, which is a Pepe the Frog face. That's my first stamp, number 555. And then I got stamp 686 with a similar Pepe the Frog. Um, so they'll be on stamps.ninja. But my main wallet is, you'll probably have to find it on XCP Ninja with all my artworks. That's where I've got hundreds of my stuff.
okay, so how about you give me that address right now?
So if you
XCP.
go on stamped, hold on a minute, let me see, 1 second, sorry. So xcp.ninja, and in the search bar, I think it's at the top right hand side, just type in Kevin's, and they'll come up with all my Kevin's art, and then you can click on my address and you can see everything I've made.
Kevin's. I see Kevin's, the first one. Yeah.
Kevin's, yeah, and it will be like a Matrix Kevin and a. I'm actually on the page, I'm not on it, so. Or you can go on Token Scan and type in Kevin's, because then you'll get all the music that you won't hear the music if you're on XCP Ninja, but if you go onto tokenscan.io and then type in Kevin's in there, and then you can hear some of the music I've included in some of the Kevin XCP assets.
So you talked about being early, and it's so interesting when you're early. People take for granted, that you're in something that is so special. Like, I mean, to be so early to the space as we all are right now. I think sometimes we almost take for granted, like, being in this artistic space on top of freedom technology, and some of the pieces that you said, people were just giving them away, and it's not a big deal. And wow, is it ever a major deal now? Because I went to Pepe dot WTF, and like, yeah, WTF, like, OMG. I
Yeah.
mean, my goodness. So, we do take this for granted that we are on top of Bitcoin having this fun. And as more and more people start to come in, they see it as fun, but they also see it as major opportunity. Can you kind of give me an idea of what, because as I'm listening to you, it almost sounds like you're very, very good at helping others to market their art, because you're animating their stuff, you're making music for their stuff, and we don't really get to see all of like your work, and like where do we go, like you're telling me right now, okay, we go here, but do you
You're
have a
right. You're right. It's always like I said. I was learning, and I was making artworks for other people, or making a good tweet for them, or something for them, and it's really not about me. But in the meantime, I'm learning, and eventually, I guess I'll do my own thing. It's a good question. Yeah, I
okay,
don't know.
what's the question? Ask yourself the question. What's the question?
No, it's a good question. Why do I do everything for other people and just don't even charge people? But I don't
Well,
know.
and not even that, but like just the maybe making others aware that that is something that you do, like that is something that you do, you can animate for them, you can provide I guess some marketing for them, because it sounds like some of your artwork is just it's marketing for other people's art, which is kind of cool. That's a thing, right? Because sometimes people are looking for a bit of support. So, do you have like a website? Do you have
No,
folio page?
you
Do
can't.
you
You probably can't even find me online. No, because I don't want. I don't want a website, and I don't. I just want to do what I do. I don't know. It's a very difficult one.
Okay, so are you doing art for fun? Is this for fun and it's kind of like just a hobby? Because I mean, it is what it is. But I was very taken when I tried to put your name in. Your name didn't come up, it was just your address. And I thought, well, that is interesting. You can't find his name. But if you have his wallet address, so it's like this artist goes by a wallet address.
Yeah. No, and I've made everything. I've made ordinals. I've got loads of runes, SRC20. I've got wallets with this in, that in, and I'm so busy just making art that I don't have a chance to collate anything or put it into a category or sell myself. I've just yeah. I wish I knew. I wish I
But
knew
is,
what.
is that a part of your art though? Is that a part of your art, is just to enjoy what you're doing and just like express yourself as you get the creativity? Is that a part of your brand? And is it even a brand, or is it just what you do? Like, I mean, it sounds like you're a creator.
I think I've worked out because I didn't have any lessons from anybody, and I've just bought this program and done this and learnt that and run things through different things. And I thought, I found a really good way to make something that looks quite presentable, and I can do it in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So when somebody puts something up and I like it, I think, let me just do a quick remix of it. I'll do it, tweet it out, whatever, forget about it. And sometimes I will say to people, oh, maybe that would make a good sub asset. They never get back to you. They probably keep it for themselves if they do anyway. But I just really don't know why I do it. Just just because I can, I guess.
And it's on top of Bitcoin. How cool is that? And what, like, okay, so as you're doing the stamp art, and many of the artists, they talk about compressionism, like how difficult is that for you to do? And is that a part of the challenge for you? You like the challenge of trying
I,
to create things that are not necessarily the easiest? Because I mean, stamp artists do have that challenge, right?
well, it was harder going back to when stamps first came around in when was it, March 2023, I think it was, and it had to be a certain size. It was only, I think, was it 24 pixels, 48? I can't remember. But so yeah, I had to learn SVG. I've learned to compress this, compress it more, and then compress it again. But the good things about the Stamp crew, there's always someone there that will send me the image. I'll work on it for you. So that's kind of, and especially going back to the early Counterparty days, that's what everyone did. Everybody just did it and helped out for you. And that's what I do. But I guess at some point, some of it might make me some money, but if it happens, it's a nice thing. But it's just, I don't know, it's just nice to just do something for the sake of it. To say, well, I did that. And that's what I like remixing other people's art, because it just goes to show is what you get with me, any new art I make, it's how the new technology has come along since. I mean, if you look at the Nakamoto card, it's actually bleeding around some of the edges. It's not a good piece of art, but everyone wants it. But so I like to think I'm telling a story of the journey of the NFTs. So there's lots of infighting as well with different groups. But I like to tell the story of the technology. Well, that's what we had then, but look what we can do now. So there might be a whole new lease of life, but I would like to remix every card that I like. And I've already got a file in with all things I've done. I think that certainly that would make a good stamp. That would make a good whatever. But you can't just nick someone else's art. I know there's a lot of people go around and they do that, but that's just part of life. That's what I like about AI as well, because there's no real copy. And maybe it's a good thing that no one's going to come and sue you for just making a bit of art that's a bit of fun, So, yeah, I don't know really. Sorry, I lose myself. I go off on a tangent and I forget where I was starting.
No, this is so great. This is absolutely so great. I just feel like we're just having a conversation. And that's what I want, because here's the thing, like, we're in this beautiful, wonderful space called Bitcoin, right? And here you have all of these wonderful, amazing creatives coming here for this freedom technology. And now you have the freedom to create. And these creations are like, they're fun. Okay. They're fun. They're building community, because you talk a lot about, like, hey, someone needed this and I helped them and they helped me. And so there's community that's building, right? And you have all these creatives that are coming together. And lo and behold, I don't think that we're really understanding the magic that's happening here, because there is magic happening here on Bitcoin. Okay. And especially in Stamp, I don't think people are understanding the magic of it. So I am just now fascinated, like, just to hear your story and this ideal of, you haven't curated one specific thing, but that's because you're a creator. You create. You create. So, like, just hearing your whole process of how you create is kind of exciting, because I mean, when you're a DJ, do you play one song all night?
Nope. No.
Like, I mean, what's the process, right? Do you play one song, one tone, one vibe the whole night?
No, I was one of them mixing DJs and doing all the scratching and a bit of everything really. Depends what club you were in. But I've done some of the raves back in the day and playing the underground house music, but then again I've done the big clubs where you got 3,000 people at one of these clubs where you have to play the commercial stuff and the odd 70s disco stuff, and just went with what whoever was paying me. But I did a club in London called Starsky and Hutch, and they used to have Huggy Bear would be there, and David Soul was there a couple of times.
Really?
From the Starsky and Hutch, yeah, the 70s TV show. So that was all 70s disco, and I was the DJ there. We had about 5 or 6 different venues, and that was in about 1999. So shortly before my son was born, when I was still doing that kind of thing. But once my son was born, I didn't really want to do it anymore. I wanted to be a responsible dad.
There you go. There you go. So, like, it's almost like the art, like, stop me and take over, but like the art is almost like the DJing, Like you're mixing different flavors, different scratching, different genres, right? And you're taking requests. Okay.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Exact same
Okay,
thing.
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
No, if somebody says, would you like to make a card for this competition, or would you like to do this, or could you do that? Could you help me remix this? Could you please do that? Straight away, I mean, sometimes I have to go to work. Sometimes I have to go and do something to get some money to keep me going for another few weeks. But I've been driving a truck recently, and I didn't enjoy that at all. So I won't be going back to doing that. But the money was okay, and it helped me to make a few cards and pay for a few of my programs, and obviously pay for my flight to Lisbon, going in a couple of weeks. But I couldn't really afford to do that. But people think because you're in Bitcoin, you're going to be well off, but it's not really the case.
No, not at all, not at all. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to touch on that. But I want to kind of go into that metaphor, because like hey, I used to club. Okay, I don't do it anymore, but I used to club, and you know, in the old days, you could go up and ask the DJ, hey, can you play this song? Can you play that song? So I get it. It's like you're scratching and you're doing all these mixes, and people are coming up and saying, hey, do you have this? Can you play that? Can you do this? They don't do that anymore, but when I was a youngster, that's what they did. Okay. So I get it, right? Like
Well,
you're taking
I
requests.
grew up when, so just before, let me think. So I've used to play some of the early rap, so proper like Public Enemy and whatever, but certain clubs, oh, you can't play that. Or I'd play house music, and then, oh, that's associated with people taking that ecstasy drug. You can't play that in this club. So it kind of made it hard. So you end up playing in some of the underground clubs or the raves, because you can actually play good music that people want to dance to. But that doesn't always pay that well. So, um, it's being in England, they try and make sure everything's, the government likes it, and you're allowed to do it. So sometimes you have to go underground to get the stuff you like. But I suppose that's the same with art.
So makes sense why you're in Bitcoin, because
Well, I've always been a bit of a rebel. They don't mean to be, but yeah, I think everyone should just be able to do their own thing. Tax should be something that you contribute if you want to, if you're earning enough. So I don't really, I liked the idea of Bitcoin, peer-to-peer transactions. No one knows about it. Instant, send it across instantly, any amount to anyone. Lovely. What's wrong with that? So a lot of my friends worked in different agencies, proper people, work in the security services and this and that. And they used to say to me, oh, Simon, you and your Bitcoin, that will never work. Or governments will never allow, America will certainly never allow it. And here we are 15, 16 years later. I was like, and Trump's, all over it. And I made a load of Elon Musk NFTs back when he was talking about, should I buy Twitter? So I made them into NFTs, and I think I put them all on OpenSeas or something about 3.5 years ago. But I'd forgotten about them, actually. Yeah, I tend to take stuff that's in the news, and that's what a lot of the meme kind of culture's about. There'll be something going on, and I'll make a card about it, and then someone will say, oh, can we feature that in our new rare whatever selection? So I've got cards in lots of collections that people probably don't even know it's me. But yeah, I'm just going to keep making them and keep making them. I do want to make some more stamps though, but that costs so much more to like one of the ones I wanted to put up is about $600. I thought, okay, that will have to wait. But things might pick up soon. Things might start selling, and then I can contribute just more to making more, and like Logic does, makes every new card is better than the last one. But yeah, some of these good programmer guys are just way ahead of me. I wouldn't say I cheat, but I use tools that they don't. because I can't program. I think that's why I got my son into programming, because I could just tell him what I wanted done and he would do it. But he's not living with me anymore, so I had to learn how to do most of this myself. But yeah, I like to use lots of new programs and mix artwork through different programs and then see what I come up with. I've normally got quite a good eye for colors and stuff like that.
And for animation, it seems.
Yeah, that's just an AI. I pay in a lot of money to different programs, and I get invited to, oh, do you want to be part of this new beta testing group? But really, you're just helping their AI model. But I don't mind. Yeah, I'll pay a bit more. And what I'll do, I'll pay, say, for 1 month's subscription to something, and then I'll mix hundreds and thousands of images and just park them up on an SSD hard drive somewhere. And then I might find a hard drive 6 months later and think, oh, crap, I've got all these. I should have released them. And now other people are doing it, and I've missed the boat. But I just think, oh well, at least I did it before them, even if I didn't do anything with it. I don't even know. Did anyone else join the chat?
Oh, hey! I mean, I think they're listening here. I think they are listening and they are soaking it in. And actually, we've got Bitcoin Bricks here.
As I say, you can't find me online. You'll find my Twitter, and obviously I'm on Telegram. But I've got about 12 different Twitter handles and loads of different accounts I use to do things. That you've probably seen things I've made that you don't realise it's me. So maybe I should just put it all into my Simon Morris thing and then start promoting myself. But I did say to someone on Telegram about a month ago, do you know, I really ought to come out of the shadows. So I post every day and I'm one of the most active people, but I'm never, I never like talking or coming on to things. But like you said, this is very welcoming and it's like having a little conversation with you. So it's all good.
Well, it's just me and you. We're just having a conversation here, okay? Like we cracked open a little brew here at the beginning, and we're just having a conversation because that's how we do it, okay? Because when you're collecting, like at least for folks. Oh my God! Like what word is that, folks?
Hey y'all!
It was a really good show, yeah, folks. Okay, but when you're collecting, I mean, it's not just the art, it's the person. I'm serious. It's not just the art, it's the person that is a part of the reason why you collect. And so like I'm trying to get your flavor and you are just very interesting. Like you are the art. You are the art. So like that's why like the conversation is primarily about the person and not just the art itself. Because the person, you, the artist, is why we collect. At least I think so. Just looking at all the artists and how interesting they are, and the different life that they give, the images and the stories behind them, and you are so interesting to me.
I just did. I started doing strange stuff. So about 2 years ago, I made a collection called Fake Arwin, and Arwin's part of the Stamps group. And I found a picture of him. I asked my son, "Oh, can you get a picture of Arwin?" And then one night he put something up really late on like Twitter or Telegram, and I screenshotted it. And I thought, gotcha. And so I made loads of art of him. And now I've got a collection of about 15 different cards, fake Arwin. I've got him as a fireman, as a spaceman, as a footballer, as a policeman. And so I don't know how he would take that, and I've yet to meet him. So I'll meet him in a few weeks in Lisbon, and we'll see. But these people, I've never had a conversation with anyone in the Stamps group, on the phone or anything. So I've never met anyone.
Really?
And I make all this art. I make a load. Well, I made some other things for Sasha.
Wait, hold on. Back it up. You haven't talked to anybody in the stamp community? This is
not on a phone call. No, this is my first time.
Is this your first time talking?
This is the first time anyone would have heard my voice online in probably 15 years, 13 years, something like that. I don't do it.
Come on. This is awesome.
I turn up every day and you'll see my art. And you'll see me posting stuff, or I'm kind of more of a meme guy, I suppose. I just make a meme or do something and make a stamp art and just post it. Um, so there was a time last year where I was doing a different art piece for stamps every day, just whether it be Kevin themed or just stamp themed, just every day I'll do a new piece. But um, sometimes you've got other things in life and you can't always be by the computer. But that's where I'm happiest, when I'm on my iPad Pro and a few other machines I've got around me, and I'll just make this, send it to there, remix it through there, put it through that program. Right, I like that. Save it. What next? And then I think, oh, I've got to go shopping. And then all the time I'm out in the shops, but right, when I get back, oh, I want to remix that one, I want to do that. And then I might do a bit, or I might not. And then I might just go on to something totally different. So that's the randomness of having one of those personalities. Where you just, even I don't know what I'll be doing next. But it's all fun. And people seem to like it.
But is it really random, or is it intentionally creative? Like, are you just a creative? Like, are you running away from the fact that you're just a creative soul?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I like technology, always have done. I was always known as a tech guy. I think I got into mobile phones before anybody did, and I had a business, and I like collecting things as well. So I had a private number plate business back in the day. I owned a load of private personalized number plates that I bought.
Private number plate? Can you go into
Yeah,
that for a
if you
second?
got your number plate. So you've got a number
Yeah, I
plate
hear a lot about number plate. Okay, go ahead.
So you've got a number plate, you wanted Trudy, then I might be the person that supplied you with the number plate if I could acquire it or buy it. So yeah, I had a business back in the day. I've still got a load of them actually. So I own a load of car registrations, but they're only good for UK vehicles. I know in the US you can choose your own number plate, so you can have like Bitcoin on your number plate in America, but you couldn't here. It would have to be a specific lot of letters and numbers, etc. But yeah, I owned 100 of them, and so I used to just buy things and collect them. I've still got a big collection of original mobile phones back from the 80s in boxes, never opened, and I collect things. I like to collect things. I still got all my
cool.
I've got all my vinyl collection as well.
Okay. Let me just say this about the number plate thing, because I mean, I watch a lot of, like, I don't know, I like to watch documentaries, and I have noted and been hearing about these plates in Dubai, where they collect plate numbers, like single digits and double digits. And if you have a double digit plate,
2 million or
they
something.
go, sorry?
I think it goes into the millions.
Yeah, like they're like, $20 million and just ridiculous amounts of money. And you're talking about,
pocket
like,
change for those guys.
Yeah, and then I thought of it. I thought, man, I should reach out to an artist in stamps so they could start doing number plates and in stamps. And you just mentioned that you did number plates, so I thought, hey,
Yeah,
maybe that's.
I used to go to a lot of government auctions because it's all government controlled. But yeah, I bought some good ones. Still got a few, like I said. Don't really advertise them, so you wouldn't know I've got them. So that's me again, all over. Buy something and just sit on it. Like some of the domain names I've got, I'm just don't know what you call that when you just sit on them. I remember
Yeah.
I registered some of the I remember the .bitcoin domains, and I think I'm just going to get SpaceX.bitcoin. That'll do me for now. That'll be something I might sell one day.
So there's a ton of stuff in your collection. So, like, if you could create, like, the ideal situation for you and your art, what would that look like? Like, what would you want it to look like? Because it sounds like as you're creating, you get tapped on the shoulder and it's like, hey, you got to go to work now. Hey, you got this responsibility over here now, and it pulls you away from your art. So if you could,
you need to eat now or sleep.
Yeah, right. So, like, what's your kind of vision, like your ideal vision for your art and where you would like it to go? Like, is it for,
Yeah, I just
I
think
don't want to.
I'd still like to be able to make everything in my own time and from home. I wouldn't like to travel anywhere because then it would be like a job. So just wake up, do some art. I'd like to get my own professional printer. I'm actually having to use someone at the moment, but he's a good guy because he does all the stuff for Sky Sports here and he does all the government printing. So he can do stuff that's like 10 or 30 meters long apparently. So he's got one of the biggest printers in the country, but I don't want anything that big. But he's printing me quite a lot of stuff that I can take to Lisbon, stamp related, and he's printed me some other things. And so my ideal thing would be to have my own little office type printer set up that I can just print some things and maybe sell a few pieces here and there. But I just want to keep on making things really. Um, yeah, just making lots of art and maybe remix some of my old photography stuff if I can dig that out. I just need to slow down and choose one thing, and finish that rather than go off on a tangent and you end up never completing anything. But that I've always been known as a procrastinator, but I'm never not busy. But it's just finding that time to finish that one project. That will happen. I'm working on a new thing. My latest collection is going to be, because of my DJing days and my love for rap music, it's going to be MTV collection of the Yo MTV rap artists. And I've been on eBay. I've bought up every collection of 1 to 100 of the original cards. So I've got about 4 or 5 collection of 100 of the Yo MTV rap cards that were out in 1991, I think it was. And I've got the domain or the XCP name, and I've got some good friends in the stamp community to help animate it before I learned animation. So I just wanted it spinning to show both sides of the cards. But so I want to offer the digital card and the physical card. Um, as I do with all my stamps, if anyone buys one, you do get a physical print, probably A2 size, and it's good quality print. And I give them away, and I like to give away an XCP asset, which is higher quality of the stamp if I ever sell a stamp. But I've only actually sold one stamp ever, and that was
What?
I've only ever sold
What?
one stamp.
Okay, peeps, I don't know if anybody's here with us because, I mean, honestly, it's just me and you right now, okay? We're just talking. What? You listen, no, we have to change that. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, we have to change that. Like we need you in our
But it was
wallets.
my one stamp, the
I'm
771859, that got included in the NSI directory that Socks did, and it was in directory number 2. And I thought I better list one. If it's in a directory, you can't just make it unavailable. So I listed one, and one of the guys, I'm not sure if it was Rie Namora or HNFT Pepe, I really can't remember, but he bought it straight away, and it wasn't cheap. We paid about $390 for it. Um, and I did list one more, but it I'm not sure if Bitcoin's gone down since then or up. But so there was one other for sale. But yeah, I listed one and it sold pretty much instantly. But then I thought I better list another one, and that didn't sell. But yeah, I've only sold one.
okay. See, okay. No, jeez. Okay, there's calm down, Donna. Calm down. Okay. Um, just a name I call myself. Okay. Listen. Whoa, God, I cannot believe this. This is absolutely insane. I'm gonna plug the Bitcoin universe. Have you listed anything on the Bitcoin universe?
I've got quite a few collections, and I think Mike in space was saying if you send the JSON files, he can get them added. So I've got about 5 collections that I've put aside that I will. It's all stamp related, by the way, and I will get them on there. I've started to do a list um, of the JSONs, and so yeah, my stuff will get on there eventually. I have got the Universe wallet. I haven't named it yet. Then I've never named one of my cars either. I swear at them if they break down, but I don't have names for them. So yeah, it will all happen. I just need that kick up the arse sometimes.
Okay, like if you've only sold one stamp, I think that can change if you choose to. I would, because I always ask, how can we support you, right? How can we support you, the artist? And it sounds like you're also a collector. So the collector is at times fighting with the artist. You're collecting and you're creating, and you love creating. It sounds like you just love it. But you know, I would love to be able to collect your stuff. I'm sure there's other people. Would you be okay with others collecting your stuff, or is it just kind of like your hobby?
Well, you can't have. I've got cars of mine that have been accepted into Pepe project and rare fakes, dank rares. I've got cars in everyone. So sometimes you have to list one for sale. You can't just have something in the directory and people can't buy it. But most of my personal things I make, nobody would even know I've got them or made them. I don't even show it to anyone, to be honest. I'm looking forward to meeting some of the guys when I go to Lisbon, and I'm going to take my iPad and they'll get an idea of what I can do, and then maybe we'll work on some collabs. But yeah, I just, you know, I, I realise I'm not getting any younger, but I'm not in it for the money. Um, but yeah, it would be nice if I did sell a few, then I could put that money towards making some more things that I can't afford to stamp at the moment. So it wouldn't, yeah, it would always help if there were more funds, because otherwise I'm just making something that doesn't really, when I've paid for my programs and it's only my time I'm using, and I don't have much to do anyway. So I'm happy, messing around with remixing art and things like that. But yeah, would anyone's allowed to buy my things. I'm not stopping anyone.
Okay, so if we're allowed to, then where can we? See, that would be the thing, right? Because I mean, some people I learned the other day that that some people just do this for fun, and that's great, and it's just a hobby, and some people are full time at it, and everybody arrives here on Bitcoin for one reason or the other, and then when they find stamp, it's just a personal journey for them. And so I always like to ask the artist, well, are we allowed to collect your stuff? Most of the artists are so humble, right? Like yourself, they're so humble. And I mean, most of you are just doing it for the fun and all this. But can we collect it too? Like, are we allowed to? And if we can, where can we get it? Like, if it's just in your computer, then it's hard for us to collect it. Or if we don't know where to find you, because it's just your address as your artist name.
And yeah, and I
Um,
only created one stamp on that address. So you can't really, the other things you see are what I've bought. I've collected other people's art. So, or early in the days of the early stamps, there were lots of giveaways and drop your addy, like next five addies, get one of these. And I imagine most of my early stamps that I've got came from giveaways, and I've done a few giveaways, but I haven't really, never really got enough money to start sending load of cards out. But it's always good to do a giveaway. But I think once the market picks up, they'll I'll be able to do stuff like that. But generally, I just remix art for people and give it to them anyway. So I'm so used to not getting paid for something that I find it unusual if somebody does buy something of mine. I think, whoa, that was nice. Um, so I would appreciate if anyone did buy something, but at the same time, I then offer you, well, I'm going to go and pay out of my own pocket, and I'll get this thing printed for you of the same artwork, and I'll give you the XCP, the high res version of it. I'll try and include music in it, and I just try and give someone a bit of quality, if rather than just copy and paste something and call it an NFT and then put it up for money. But so that's what I'm from the old school days where we did it for fun and you just gave it away. Although we do need to eat, I understand that. But a lot of the new people, it's just all they're in it just for money and how much can I make, and they're here 1 minute and gone the next. So
Yeah, and you know what? I think if you love something, I don't even think you have to worry about the money. I really don't. And that's a real thing. Like it's a real thing. Like with artists, because you artists are so focused on the creation, and I truly believe that if you are focused on great art and you make us aware of it, I think the people will come because I'm looking at stamp 771859. You can pick this up right now on stamped.ninja 771859. Okay, go search for stamp 771859. You can also go to the NSI directory and you can go to index number 2. I love that directory, by the way. They're really good because that's how I found you. And take a look at this stamp. It says you did 40 of these. Did you? Is this
I think it
come
was
in 40?
42. I wouldn't have done
42, and
40.
there's
I,
two
I
holders.
always do 21 or 42 or the,
Oh yeah, you're like that too, eh? Like I do numbers too. Okay, so there's two holders on this, and there's there's 40 still remaining here, and it would be great if we could see some of this also on the universe. Or you can pick this up on Stampverse, or is Stampverse just where we can see this probably, right?
um I imagine it's going to be stamp.ninja to buy, or maybe xcp.ninja. I'm not sure if it shows up on there, but some of my other art, the Kevin stuff, and the so I've got another collection called Bitcoin Stamp Art, I think. Yeah, so
Mhm.
BTC Stamp Art. I've got about 10 different stamp arts I've made on XCP. So you'll find some of my things. There are dispensers for some things to do with stamps, but they're on XCP.
So when you post them, like you just post it and you don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. That's cool. That's a part of the mystery of you, right? It's like I'll just do this over here. I'll put it and let's see if somebody buys it.
I'm just not that
Is
organized.
that? Oh my god, this is great though. This is great because we're learning so much about you and your process. So this is really cool. Um, so if we want to support you, hey, there's a stamp right now that you can go and get. We got to get more than two people buying your stamp. You go over to Stamp Ninja
There's only
and you
one for
look at stamp
sale.
771.
I might not list another
Oh,
one.
why not? You might not list it.
It might sell. No, when I had to list another one because it's not fair. I thought, Jesus, somebody wanted my art. I couldn't believe it. So because somebody bought it, I thought I better list another one in case somebody else wants one. But yeah, you never know. Somebody might buy one. I like the
Well,
stamp anyway.
here's the thing. Here is the thing, people. Okay. Creativity is creativity. Okay. And we come to the creativity for the stories, and you are delivering an amazing story. You sound like you're a, I don't know, a Jackson Pollock or somebody. Like you're just you're hiding yourself. It's like I don't even get this. You're hiding yourself. But this is kind of fun to like experience this today with you. That you're here loving the art, loving Bitcoin, and it makes sense. You are not somebody that subscribes to the 9 to 5, the norm. So Bitcoin would make sense for you. You're somebody that likes change. That's why the DJ stuff it kind of connects with you because it's the change, right? And here you are in the art, and you love the technology, the art and the technology coming together, and you're building out your story. And it's like, my God, I personally want to know more about you, more about it. And it would be really cool if we were able to collect your stuff, if you're okay with that. And maybe if you could tag your name to it? Maybe.
Yeah, I
Don't
don't
want to
know how
push
they
you.
do that on the. I mean, whenever I make an
You.
image, I always put my Twitter on it so people know it's me. But I don't really know how you get your name and your collections added on the Ninja. And but when you've only made 3 stamps, it's kind of not worth it. Most of what I've done is on XCP. As I say, been making stuff on XCP for the last 10 years, so it's my go-to place using the free wallet, and it just I understand that. Whereas when I had to learn the stamps, I need to do compression, I need to do this, I need to turn it into I can't remember what it was now, not SVG, it was you need to convert the image into something that only this can read, and then that decodes that. And 2.5 years ago, I was learning that. So then after that, I was learning different AI stuff, and then I've been doing things for people with AI, and I was on Midjourney for a while, and I've actually got 12 or no, how many accounts have I got on 01.art? That's a place for photographers and artists, and all my AI stuff is on that. But I didn't realize you could sell it on there, so everyone's collected like 10,000 of loads of my images, my AI stuff that's nothing to do with stamps or NFTs. It's just on a totally different network. But people have collected all my stuff for free, and I've got all these different accounts on there that I go anonymously as well. But I love to give it like people love my art and they collect it. But when I'm giving it away for free, they're all gone within 5 minutes. I make one artwork, they're gone, and then okay, oh, did I save any for myself? Oh, okay, I didn't. Oh well, I've still got the original file, and I think, oh, I could stamp that. But the only thing that stops me is the funds. It to give someone that people like my art, I can tell that because it's all gone when I give it away. But when you start trying to charge someone for it, oh well, let me think about that. Maybe I don't need it that much. So yeah, I forgot about my 01 stuff. Gee, I've got art everywhere. That's what I say I've made so many images. Can you still hear me?
No, I can still hear you.
Okay, sorry,
I'm
my phone
listening.
screen just went black,
That's what I
and
should.
I didn't know.
No,
I didn't know if I'd
that's
lost
what
my
I should be
battery.
doing. No, you're still here. That's what I should be doing. I should not be interrupting you. Wow, that is quite amazing. And I mean, you said Kaiser buys your art. Like that's a big deal
Well, he doesn't buy it.
in my.
I make a lot of things for him. So when he was going to the Bitcoin conference where Trump was going to be there, and David Bailey, who's introduced Trump, he's a guy that runs the Bitcoin magazine type thing, and so yeah, I was all over that, and I've made an NFT of Max arriving on a horse. Like this is how Max is going to roll up, and Max retweeted it, and then so I do tweets for Max basically, and he always retweets everything I put out, but I might only do one a month for him, because now he's very serious.
Oh, very.
He's had death threats and everything since he went to El Salvador, so he uh, he tends to not. He follows me actually. I'm one of the few people he follows. Stacey does too, but on Twitter. So yeah, they've risked a lot to go over and do what they're doing with Bukele. Um, but yeah, it looks like that's going to be the whole blueprint for every country now. I think because England, certain parts of England aren't very safe, and certainly in America, they're not having much of a party at the moment. But I think if everyone does what Bukele did, just i.e. lock people up, don't let people keep breaking the law, and I think that will be something that will happen in other places, long overdue as well. But I'm not one of these people that because I've never voted, so I don't feel that I should have an opinion. But I find it hard to have a conversation with anyone. So if we go to a pub or a restaurant with me, and especially when my son was with me, a lot of the time we would talk about Bitcoin, and oh, you two again, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. Oh, that'll never be a thing. But I'm glad I was right about the technology, and there's hope for everyone yet.
Well, yeah, and I gotta say, like, just to bring it to the stamp part of it, I think you're early on there. I think you always arrive early. I really do. Like, being here on Stamp right now, I think it's absolutely early for the collectors. For the artists, it's challenging because the crowds don't appear to be here, but I can tell you they are coming. Okay, they are coming,
Well,
and
no one knows
when
where to
they
buy
do,
NFTs and, until they come to eBay or Amazon, where you can buy everything, that you would normally want. But because every government around the world has been against it, against it, against it, and oh, you're a criminal. I was only drug people use Bitcoin, and it has kind of. But even now, even though it's to me, it's so mainstream now. But even so,
Mhm.
most people they would never know where to buy an NFT. Not that they'd want to.
I don't think it's mainstream yet, though.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not. I don't think it's mainstream yet. And here's why I don't think it's mainstream yet. I think that the people that are here believe it's mainstream because they are here, and they get the, like, tomorrow's news today.
Mm.
So they know what the future is going to be. This news isn't being delivered on the mainstream channels, they're just getting tidbits. People are out there doing different things, but they will come here and they will fight to buy your artwork. They will fight to buy all of these pieces. Okay. Um,
On Bitcoin, yeah, it was inevitable.
yes,
We were trying to
yes.
make news articles back in 2015 on IPFS and getting into the technicals. And so I've been involved in all this and zero knowledge and this and this and all the new. I was involved in a big crypto project as well that was with Max. And it it's like you can do something for 10 years and no one would have even heard of it. But once it becomes mainstream, then everyone wants a piece of it. Yeah, it
Well,
is weird with crypto.
I I even predict that maybe one day, even Max himself will one day understand the value of art on top of Bitcoin, because they need to secure the network, and unless you're going to pay these miners to secure the network, the art is such a great opportunity for them to secure the network.
Yeah, well, you're buying some
Because
Bitcoin, aren't you? Really? I guess
yeah,
that's how you should look at it. You think what it costs to some of these NFTs that people have made, have paid good money to stamp it or to put it on the in the op return or whatever it is, all the technical garb. But yeah, making it unprunable basically. So then when it went,
well, I mean,
go on, sorry.
no, no, please go ahead, please go ahead. I apologize.
I apologize. No, it just
No,
when,
I apologize.
when so I remember all these all these different wars and different chains and this and that. So I've been around for all of it, um, but just watching it all. But Bitcoin was always the one for me. It's just like, why would you need anything else when you've got Bitcoin?
Well, see, I'm gonna, like, listen. If any artist like yourself is concerned about, okay, well, I'm making my art, but there's nobody here that wants to buy. Please make the art as you can afford to make the art. Please share with us where to buy the art, and please consider listing your art on Bitcoin Universe. Okay.
Well,
Now,
now we
uh,
can put. Sorry to interrupt. Now we can put XCP collections, which are stamped basically. I would like to say because you wouldn't have one without the other, and they are the same family. We're all the same family, all the same people, basically making art on XCP and now making art on Stamp. Um, and it is starting to get, some people are starting to realise that actually, once once certain people would start pruning those nodes, you won't be able to see your art, and it's all right having a link to it, but I'd rather have the art and have the, you know, with the Bitcoin. I don't know how you'd see it. You are getting Bitcoin with it, aren't you? If somebody paid to put that on there, you're grabbing a piece of it. Yeah, so it is inevitable that eventually, when people realise not, there's no point just buying a link to an IPFS site and just, oh well, there's a picture of my art, but I don't actually own it as such. So yeah.
Well, you want it on chain and you want it immutable, and I think that's the power of Stamp, right? That's the power of Stamp. But I have an imagination, and my imagination says that, okay. Oh God, I hate sharing this stuff because then I sound like I'm a loony toony. But anyhow, I gotta share it, okay?
Go for it.
My imagination says that one day, unbeknownst to all of the artists and all of the people here, every single piece of art, and I'll say this specifically for Stamp, I believe it will also happen for the other protocols too. Okay, so no shade to all the other protocols. Because this is the Bitcoin universe and they support all the Bitcoin protocols. But I believe that the art is going to become very attractive and very lucrative for the professionals, as I say. The professionals, who are they? They're the Wall Street, they're the governments, they're the corporates. Why would it be attractive to them? Because they are in the money game. Okay. And if you look at traditional art has the same sort of setup. Okay. Traditional art. Sorry?
I just said indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. Traditional art has the same setup. The way that traditional art is used to preserve money, the way that traditional art is used to for within the money system, let's put it that way, the same thing will happen in the digital space. And in fact,
already happening.
You will
already happening. Right? There's a lot of wash trading. There's a lot of stuff going on with the high-end NFTs. I know because my son brokers most of them. Yeah, people will spend a fortune, and you're going to get BlackRock and whoever come in, and they've got so much money. They'll be asking certain people, what should we buy next? To say to my son, tell them stamps.
Well, they will because it's on Bitcoin. They will because it's on Bitcoin. I am being serious. Okay, this is not financial advice because art is a personal to all of us, and that's why I want to get the stories of the artists like yourself. And I thank you for your story. And I mean, we're still in the story, but to make it more or not to make it more, but just to make this point that the art today that we are experiencing on Stamp, you're saying, okay, well, hey, I just put it on there. You may want to buy it, you may not want to buy it. But I say we may want to seriously consider collecting Stamp art because it is going to follow the same trajectory as traditional art. Okay, because the money system, the TradFi system, has one goal, and that's called abstraction and more. And they're about to do what they've done in TradFi art space over on the Stamp space. So some of these pieces, they will get inflated to ridiculous amounts of money. They really will. That's because these guys are coming in the space. They want the Bitcoin, they want the technology, they want all of that stuff. And we're just here looking at these things and we're admiring them and taking them for granted today. I wouldn't take them for granted. I would collect them today. And I really consider, I can get deeper into it, but I think I'm going to pause because it's really going to sound crazy. Because if I say this stuff, it's going to sound kooky, but your artwork and all of the other artists that are here, there'll be pieces that the professionals are going to buy the art. Okay, let's put it that way. We won't even have the opportunity to buy that art because there's the same stuff that they do in TradFi is coming here. That's all I'll say. But let me just maybe open up for some questions, or where else would you like to take us? Because we have heard so much about you and how you are so talented, but we just don't know where to go and get all of your art as of yet. We need you to curate it somewhere so that it's like, okay, this is where we can go to at least look at your art. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I guess you can go well, you can look at it on XCP Ninja, because I think a lot of my stamp stuff will be on that too.
Yes. So XP, the Kevins, okay?
Yeah, the Kevins, but then you can click on the wallet, which starts 138, and then you can look at everything I've got, all the names I've registered domains that people might say I'm squatting them or whatever, but I like to buy names as they come up and new memes I'm going to use in the future, but it's actually getting it all done. But yeah, but you can see, you get an idea of the kind of things that I do and what my art's like if you go on XCP Ninja and type in Kevin's, and then, as I say, check on the wallet, and you'll see everything that I've got, all the names I've done and some of the memes I've done and stuff like that. But yeah, I've only got the free stamps, so it's not worth really collating too much. One of them's in the NSID 2 collection, so you can search that. But I will be putting my collections on the Universe, but that's only been a thing really in the last week or two, and I see quite a few people have got their stuff over there already. But I'm working on it, as I said about 20 minutes ago. It will all go on there. I just need to do it. So you keep an eye out, and you'll see my stuff getting added.
Simon, can you hear me?
I can, yeah.
Oh my God, I just went blank for a second. Oh, so that's pretty cool. Thank you for that. Let's open this up, see if anybody has a question. I mean, my God, this is, you know what? I'm sorry. I just felt like I was just, me and you were just talking. So I apologize, everybody. Oh,
I've no idea. I've no idea who's even listening. Maybe they'll.
I just thought it was just me and you. I'm sorry. I'm not even doing a show. I'm just talking to you. Okay. Hey, is anybody out there? You got a question? Come on, ask a question. Okay, let me start to be professional again. Okay, let's see. We've got this Bitcoin Bricks wanted to be a speaker. Do you want to unmute yourself, Bitcoin Bricks? Oh, maybe Logic. Hey, Logic is up here. Logic, you want to be a speaker and ask a question? Oh boy. Simon, can you still hear me?
Yeah, you know what? When you normally say that, hey, Simon's here. Would you like to speak? I'm like, no. It's probably some people might want to jump in and say hi, but most people they're just happy to listen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if anybody has a question for Simon here, that would be great. Come on. Oh, listen, Craig. Ooh, Craig.
Craig Longan.
Oh my God, I haven't talked to Craig. Craig, come on in here.
GM, everybody. How are you doing? Hope you're all having a lovely day.
Oh my God, you again? You again? Oh my God. Listen, I'm going to be DMing you, okay? Get on here. What do you got to say for yourself?
I'm here for the Simon. I came here for the Simon. But yeah, GM for everybody. Fascinating chat. I'm sure everyone will agree. And I've been just listening with lots of attention, taking notes and all that. But yeah, fascinating stuff. I've got a question though in relation to Simon's Nakamoto's stamp index and you fundraising, promoting on his behalf, which I thought was very good of you. I didn't realize. I basically get a lot of things going on in my head, and I forgot I wanted to get it, so I grabbed it just now.
What?
And it made me think. But it made me think. I wonder if anyone else grabbed it, because just for the nature of Counterparty, we should probably announce, like, I hope that Simon is going to honour any multiple dispensers. If everyone's just bought it from his one dispenser, there's only one in there, you see. So I hope nobody. I hope I won, because it's just confirming now.
I hope you haven't got front run.
Exactly. So I just wanted to make sure nobody's getting rugged here, basically.
If anyone does, I will honour it. But I would just honestly like to say thank you very much, because that would be
no problem. I already meant to have it, but you know what? Great stuff. Can't wait to see you in Lisbon, and anyone else that makes it there. So, but great chat. I haven't really got anything else to say. Like, Simon's got too much dirt on me already, but I'll tell you something. Simon is basically indirectly responsible for me being in Counterparty at all. And actually, my first interactions with anybody in this scene directly was actually with his son. And he helped me to make my first Pepe, which was a uni Pepe corn, which is very not that much sought after, but one day future grail. So thanks, Simon, for everything you do. Couldn't be here without you. Big up the Kaiser. And yeah, I'll leave you all to it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Arwin. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Arwin.
Hi.
I love you. Okay?
I love you too.
I'm serious. I know you have a girlfriend, but I do love you. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm
it's all
allowed
love,
to
you
love
know, in the
him.
universe.
So don't even try it, okay? Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
I can respectfully love him, and I do.
I appreciate you.
That's
Tony,
Tony off the
God.
hook.
Tony, come on over here, Tony.
Hi, everybody. Hello. How are you doing?
Oh, Tony, I won't say it. Come on out here. Let's get it.
I was amazed with all the stuff that was said by Simon. I mean, incredible things, a lot of things, a lot of unfinished things. But I think it will be nice if you consolidate everything in something like Linktree. I'm not sure if you know that. So you can put all the links together and it will be much, much easier to follow you because actually you're doing 100 things. And well, I'm very curious. So perhaps something like Linktree and putting all those links together will help us to learn more about what you're doing, which is amazing.
I will do that. I will find a way. Yeah, I've never really thought about it because I just make stuff and that's it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I will. I'm too busy making things to put them in anything. But yeah, I will. It's just finding the right time and the right platform
Of course.
and bringing it all
Of
together.
course.
But I've made enough that once I get that platform, everything can just be added, and then it will be a lot easier. But
Yeah.
it is actually just doing it, and that's where I struggle.
Yeah. Well, if you want some help, I'm always willing to help.
Thank you very much. Who is it? I can't see who's talking. I can just hear a voice.
Tony.
Oh, it's Tony.
Tony.
Oh, Tony. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, cheers, friend. Thank you very much.
See,
You're
that's
welcome.
what I love about the stamp community. Like it's such a beautiful community. Oh my god, seriously, such a beautiful community because people are just genuinely wanting to help one another. Like it's genuine, it's real. I think that's so cool. Like you've got people here that are just like, man, you're awesome, dude. We want to get your stuff on a link tree. And hey, if you don't know how to get that sorted or you don't have the time, we're gonna step in, brother, and help you. Can I get an amen up in here? This is like some stamp church up in here. Thank you, Bitcoin Universe. Amen to that. Okay. Who else has got something to say? Logic, you have yourself as a speaker. I don't know if you're stuck there as a speaker. Are you walking the museums right now? Not sure what's happening. Hey, I haven't seen. Oh my goodness. Viva La Vandal. Oh my God. Viva La Vandal's here. Bitcoin Ape, nice to see you. Sadie, hey, nice to see you. Morty, Len, good to see. Hey, Socks, I hope he's there listening. How cool is that? Oh, Luambris, oh my God, she's here too. That's so cool. Matoshi, nice to see you. And Crypto Sis, nice to see you. Anybody else want to jump up here, share with Simon anything at all? Yeah, Viva La Vandal. Let me just tell you something right now. You better DM Trudy because I'm coming right at you. I'm coming right at you. Well, let's get back at it here. Let's anybody, yes, laugh, Tony, laugh, because I'm gonna reach out to all the artists and I'm gonna get them on here. Because this is crazy sauce. That's what we do. We just do crazy sauce. I literally, when I was talking to Simon, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot. And I just thought it was just me and Simon here. Like, we're just like talking. I apologize. Okay. I probably should have asked way more questions, but he's kind of fascinating. Like, did you know all that stuff about him, that he just like creates stuff and he's got like all this art that he's created that we don't know anything about? Come on. That's pretty cool. That's fascinating. So Simon.
Yes.
What else would you like to share with us? Because I got some games for us before we head out here. Because we're heading up on the 2-hour mark. Nobody else comes and asks a question.
That's gone fast.
I know.
I'm nearly ready for my Cronenberg now.
Oh, I know. I didn't even get to ask you anything. Anybody else have some questions here for Simon? Because we're gonna play some games here. Oh yeah, we're gonna play some games. Simon says.
Oh.
Simon, what's your vision for your art moving into the new year here? And as you head to the Lisbon conference, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to? I know you said you're going to be sharing some Arwen art. I wish we could see that.
Oh, it's all out there. If you go on XCP Ninja, you'll see it. It's called Fake Arwen, and there's about 12 different sub-assets of Arwen, but I think it's a bit cruel that I made them, but it is what it is.
Oh, hey, did you make that Snoop Dogg?
I did a Snoop one, yeah. That was probably one of the first cards I made for a while. Like, since, because the ones that my son and I did 2016-ish, I started making my own about 2019 something. I can't remember that Snoop one. That was an early one. Yeah, I was just learning some new program, and yeah, I managed to make that. It's not a great one, but it's all right.
Okay. So yeah. So
the good ones I'm going to make are the Yo MTV rap cards that I started about 4 months ago, and I've bought up all the physicals I can, and it's just it's something else that I'm working on, but something else always comes along in life that tells you actually you can't finish that today, and then you go off onto something else, and it almost gets forgotten about. So I need to have a little bit more discipline and try and get these things done. But yeah, you can have a look through my wallet, and you'll find some lots of different things on there I've done.
Okay, so guys, that's at xcp.ninja, and then you will go to Kevin's, and then you'll look for the Addy. The last 3 digits of that Addy, or last 4 digits, are DRH1K, or 5 digits, DRH1K, and you'll see that he's minted a total of 312, and there's a total unique 499. There's just a ton of stuff here. I'm looking through it. So thanks for that. And we're hoping to see some of your art uploaded to bitcoinuniverse.io. Bitcoinuniverse.io. If you go to the bitcoinuniverse.io, hit trade, click stamp, and you will see 9 pages of stamps. And there's some pretty cool stamps here. Okay, there's some pretty cool stamps here. So we would love to see some of your stamp here, Simon. OMG.
I will do it.
Okay, so
and I'll name my wallet as well.
Please name your wallet. That would be nice. Oh my God.
That's another problem. I need to think of a name. If somebody asks me something, please don't ask me something, because I'll go really deep about, okay, what will it be? And yeah, maybe you can name it for me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we We got to
put you on the spot instead.
to name your wallet and then upload some of your art to bitcoinuniverse.io. And peeps, go and check out his art. We've given you some places that you can check that out. And let's just continue to support these wonderful, amazing artists like yourself. I just want to thank you so much for your time, for your energy, and just for organically sharing, okay? And now I just have to turn up the weird a little bit before we go, okay? Let's just turn.
Thank you, by the way.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You do this a couple of times a week, and it doesn't go amiss. We appreciate it. You're very good at it, and thank you.
Oh, but I just love it. I just love it. Okay, so let's get it. Let's we gotta do some weird stuff now. Okay, Simon says where should we go? Let's
just your questions.
Yes,
your questions.
The questions.
The quick fire round. The quick fire round.
The questions. Okay, let me see. Carly or Cowl?
As in what?
Simon.
Carly or Carol?
Simon.
Yeah.
Who just said that?
Maximilian. Yeah, I got you. I got your number. I smell what you're cooking.
Who's talking right now?
That's Maximilian next to you there. You're asking which Simon do you prefer,
yes!
right?
Oh my God, you got it.
Definitely Carly. Definitely
okay,
Carly.
Okay.
I'm not mad at Simon.
Okay, hold on. We you just jumped in here. Could you please share a little bit about you, because you got that right away. We're talking to Simon Morris here, okay? And so Simon is a stamp artist. Yeah, he stamps. Okay, what is stamp? It's secure, transferable artifacts maintained permanently on Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin. So Simon is quite an amazing artist. Hey, listen, he was a DJ. Yeah, he was a DJ. Comedian for the BBC, like he, introduced. He says he's shy. Yeah, literally. Okay, literally. And we were just having a fantastic conversation of who Simon is. And Simon has only sold one art piece. So we're trying to get people to support him today. So listen, we want him to go and upload his stuff to bitcoinuniverse.io. You go and you hit trade, then you click stamp. He hasn't done that as yet. So right now, any of us can go to stamped.ninja to pick up his art. The piece that is really compelling here, the only one that he's uploaded here is 771-859. 771-859. But we're about to end the show and do a weird round, and I can't believe you figured it out.
It was so good.
Okay. Does everybody get it? Or it's just me and you we know what's going on here? Like, what's up?
Anyone?
I didn't get it.
Max, that I don't even know you, but drop the juice so they can get it. Drop the juice so they can get it.
Yes, so this was an opportunity for you to share your preference of which Simon do you prefer, Simon Cowell or Carly Simon?
Exactly.
Carly Simon, I would.
Right?
Listen,
yeah.
That was, oh my God, it's so good because I was like in my sleep. I'm like, I want to do something fun for Simon because he's Simon, right? Simon Says. Okay. So I thought, let me do a little just a little fun, quick round of the Simons. And I can't believe you got it. Holy crap. Okay. I'm not that retarded.
I was on the X Factor.
No, you weren't.
I was. Yeah, I did. I did singing for a while. I was a wedding singer for a while.
Stop it. You left this good piece of tasty sauce out of our what? Simon, how?
Nobody heard me sing. I was there for 10 hours. I was there with my son. And you know what? Towards the end of the day, they just had you like cattle herded around. And I thought, bollocks to this, sorry, English expression. And I just went home about 6:30 in the evening. So nobody got to hear me. But I think it was the fact that I waited around all day and, they'll choose me in a minute. They'll choose me in a minute. And I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't go on there. But that's me all over.
Okay.
But yeah.
Simon, cut it out. Oh, cut it out. Listen. Oh my God, where do I go with this? You want to know why that is like freaking me out right now? A couple of weeks you said, "Oh yeah, I'm just shy." Like, "Oh, yeah, I'm shy." You went on the X Factor for real?
No, I somebody sent the forms out. I said, because they used to come and hear me sing. I used to sing at karaoke nights and things, and there was a few of us. One of the guys who won the first X Factor, Steve Brookstein, I used to sing with him 2 or 3 nights a week, and it was just we used to go out and we'd just go to the places and just sing, and people liked it. It's a free gig for some people, and it was a good night out for me. I just like singing, and obviously like to have a Kronenberg.
Okay.
But yeah, so people put me down for it. I got all the forms. I turned up, and after being there for 10 hours, and it was just it made me a bit nervous, so I didn't end up auditioning. But I'm glad I didn't, because it's just it's not a good thing. They just manipulate people, and it is what it is. But that's the record industry all over. But yeah, I was up for the auditions, and I did sit there all day with Oliver, my son, and a friend of mine, Judy, and I never sang. I bottled out. I left.
Oh my God,
So
Simon, I can't.
that's me again. So I am shy, really.
I cannot believe that you left that. That is the tastiest sauce, and you left that sauce out. Oh my God.
We have to do a part 2.
Like, okay, like we're about to wrap this up, and you left that sauce out. Okay, listen, let's sing right now. I mean, right now. I'm gonna do it, and then Simon, you come and join me. Okay, let's go.
No.
I'm gonna. Hey.
See, that's why I don't say anything.
And tell me what I'm singing, okay? And don't
I'll go on then.
Anybody laugh at my singing. Let's get it. Open up your mind and let me step inside. Rest your weary head and let your heart decide. Come on, people.
So easy. When you know the rules, you got to play the game. That's Queen.
Oh my God!
Ask him to sing Queen. I've got a sneaking feeling that he likes Queen. I don't know. He's never told me.
No, that's Oliver's favourite band. No, I'm more.
Okay. What song?
Yeah, what are you, Simon? What's yours? What's your jam?
No, really, a lot of old classic stuff, folk stuff, which is boring to most people. Simon and Garfunkel, bit of Bob Marley.
Okay, let's get up. Come on, stand up.
Yes, stand up for your rights, or pirates, yes, they're rabbi, that kind of thing. But we'll Bomber Club. We'll have to have the karaoke night.
Are you Bomber Club kidding me? Bring it, sir. Bring it.
You know what? I hang around with Jamaicans for 30 years, so it's
Please, bring it back right now.
We got to do a part 2.
No, sir. You have to bring that back right now. I was almost jamming. Come and bring it back now. Which one are we doing, Simon?
Really?
Ribbit, bring it back.
I can't.
We here for the Bumbarat Lord of Mercy. Let's
go.
We need
Maxi, you know it.
We'll have it when we're in Lisbon and Arwin's DJing and I'm MCing. we carry it on there.
This is. Listen, Simon, you are incredible. We have to support you as an artist. Like, we don't even know who you are. We spent 2 hours and now you're just laying down the hottest sauce for us and you want us to leave? No, we want a little bit of tasty hot sauce. in my purse before we leave. You're not leaving until you sing some Get Up, Stand Up for Your Right. Or what do you want to sing, Bob Marley? I will join you. Come on. What do you want to do?
I honestly can't think.
Let me look up a Bob Marley song. We're all gonna sing. Get your mics out. We're gonna sing One Love. We're singing something right now. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, people? You think I'm kidding? You think I'm kidding? Let's get some Bob Marley out here.
Yeah, let's do it.
What are we doing? Is this love? What we doing? One Love.
Is this one?
Is this love? It's this love. It's this love that I'm
feeling.
I'm so okay. Oh my God. Hey, let me get the lyrics. Okay, let me get the lyrics. We're gonna do Is This Love? I love you, Simon.
I think we've got to officially announce that we'll be doing a stamp karaoke in Lisbon. It sounds like it's only fair. Everyone's looking for an event. I'll look into karaoke places in Lisbon over the next couple of days.
We've got to do it. Because you got to have, I mean, I'm sitting here dying to go to the toilet. I haven't eaten yet.
Okay, we're going to finish it up. I want to love you and treat you right. I want to love you every day and
every night.
Oh my God. We'll be together.
With a roof right over our head. We'll share the shelter, yeah. All by single bed.
We'll share the same room.
Yeah. And God provides the bread.
It's His love, it's His love, it's His love that I'm
feeling. Yes, it is.
It's His love, it's His love, it's His love that I'm
feeling. You're going to have to come to Lisbon if you want to hear the part two.
I want to know you. Yeah. I got to know you. Hey, just one more chorus, okay? I'm willing and able.
Woo! So I throw my cards on your table. Here we go.
I want to love you, love and treat you right. I want to love you every day
and every night.
Pick it up. People, this is insane. This is insanity. This man Simon can sing like he's singing me out of his place. Big it up, big it up, big it up. Hey, peeps, we had a fun time here. This is all the more evidence that Stamp is the champ. Okay, we are the Stampions, my friend.
Oh, that's a good one.
And we'll keep we are the Stampions.
Stampions.
And we'll keep on stamping to the end.
To the end.
Those guys are pruners. But we are the Stampions, my friend. Hey, come back here next Wednesday. I have to figure out a show that's going to top this one because this one just blew my socks off, okay? This one just blew my socks off. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a freaking fun day. Make sure you go to bitcoinuniverse.io. Head over to Trade, hit Stamp, pick yourself up a stamp, and go and follow at Simon Morris. And please like and retweet everything that he puts out there and keep asking him if he can share more of his art with us. Simon, thank you so much. This is so much freaking fun. Thanks for being such a great sport.
Hey, and thank you too. It's been a pleasure to be here, and I've loved talking, and I can't wait for the next one, and I promise I will get my stuff out there more. So appreciate everything, all the help that everyone's given me in the past as well. Do appreciate it. You're a lovely lot, and thanks again.
Okay, see you guys next week.
And thanks to Arwin for buying my artwork. I really appreciate that. That was going to help me out a lot. So thanks, Arwin.
Just paying you for development services. Sorry, a joke.
Yeah, you know that. Hey, thank you all.